Hello and welcome to another video on my YouTube channel. My name is Joris and today I am here with the fourth update of the Yuh Portfolio. And as you can see, I finally bought Nestlé. And this morning I was really happy because on my cell phone there was a notification that my wage got paid. So I did what I always do when my wage is being paid, and that is paying myself first. So I went onto my bank app and I transferred 200 Swiss francs from my bank account to my Yuh account, and so my balance on the Yuh account went from 70.91 Swiss francs to 270.91 Swiss francs. So keeping in the back of my head that 10% of that balance is kept as a margin for getting my order through on the Yuh account, I knew that I had around 243 Swiss francs available for investing into Nestlé. And I was also happy because Nestlé was down yesterday and this morning, and I think it's going to continue for the rest of the year. I could be wrong because you have not that many trading days left in 2024. But you have two things going on right now, and that is you have the Fed, so George Powell saying first announcing a rate cut of 0.25%. So that was great. That was like anticipated by a lot of people. But then he surprised people by saying that next year the probably it's only going to be a drop of 0.50% and not what a lot of people were anticipating, like 1%. So that put a lot of negativity into the market, and with that, yeah, the markets came tumbling down a bit. So they lost 1 to 3%, and yeah, for me that is great, of course, especially with Nestlé. I could pick it up quite cheaply, and I must say that I'm proud of the Swiss National Bank. They started a half year earlier than all the other national banks, and they in fact got it right. They saw what was happening with the numbers and they acted on the right time. The Fed was too late, the ECB was waiting for the Fed. What I don't understand why they do that. They are bright, they are smart people in the ECB. They knew that they should have lowered, but they didn't dare, which is stupid. The SNB took the responsibility, and they were right. And in the UK, yeah, there you have a lot of trouble because the national bank there, yeah, is really screwing up. And in the USA, you also have the fact that people are being taxed on profits that they make on the stock market. So when they, for example, sold Tesla a month and a half ago, and they made a lot of profit on that, and then they see a position in the red and they say, yeah, when I sell it, I can deduct that loss from the gains that I made with Tesla. So I have to pay less taxes. That is what they are doing right now. They are analyzing their stocks in December. They're seeing a big loss position, and yeah, they just sell out of it, and sometimes they rebuy it after 30 days because they have to wait 30 days to rebuy the stock. But sometimes they also just buy another competitor in the same sector. So if they have a lot of money and they want to put it back into the stock market, back to work, that can happen. But sometimes they really like the company where they were invested in, but they just want to offset the gains with the losses. And that's tax efficiency, and for them it's great, but for people that want to buy the same shares, the same companies as that they are selling, that means that those losers are losing even more in December, and yeah, then you can pick those companies up for even cheaper. And so for me, I think you have a lot of good stocks to choose from right now. And if you look at the 20 stocks that I have in the watch list for the Yuh Portfolio, You have the buyable shares, and right now Shell made it into the list of buyable and Nestle as well. And as you can see, it's already in the blue. And BASF moved over from the non-buyable category into the buyable category because, yeah, for me, it's not financial advice, but I know the earnings per share is going to shoot up quite considerably. And this means that the PE ratio is more or less around 13, 14, which is considerably lower than the target PE ratio of 18 for BASF for me. So I think it should be in the buyable list. Then you have AXA and AB InBev. AB InBev, in fact, lost a lot of ground this past month. So maybe I should have bought AB InBev, yeah, 2, 3 weeks later. But yeah, you never know. And in the long run, I'm really happy of owning Nestle right now, and I'm also still happy about owning AB InBev because there is no news about AB InBev, and still the stock keeps dropping. Then you have the buyable but needs to drop, and there Logitech and Siemens moved over from the buyable category to the needs to drop because yeah, now their PE values are a little bit over 18, so they need to come down again in order to be buyable. And then in the buyable buts, there the ENG went from buyable to buyable but, and that's mainly because it's a bank. So it's actually still cheap enough to buy, but yeah, it's a bank, and then I like Shell or Nestlé or even BASF more than ENG. And then you have the not buyable because, and there you have Accor that moved over from buyable but needs to drop to the not buyable list because, yeah, right now it's way too expensive not to sell. So it's not at their selling limit just yet, but it in fact made a lot of profits this past month. So I think it's from the low 19s. It's now up to a PE of 20.42, and the earnings per share didn't move of this company. So yeah, Accor, it's a really great company. They have great business in the hotel branch. So I was too late to pick it up when it was closer to 18. But yeah, when you only have 200 Swiss francs to invest every month, that happens. So on the 20th of November, today, I deposited the 200 Swiss francs, and in total, I had 1,300 Swiss francs deposited so far on the Yuh portfolio. And right now, in fact, I shouldn't say right now, it was this morning, I have 1,263.38 Swiss francs. And in cash, available on my account, I have still about 50 Swiss francs left. So I bought 3 shares of Nestlé for a price of 73.24 Swiss francs per share. And the fees, yeah, finally the one is here. So the zero is gone because the trading credit free. So yeah, I had the trading credit, but that I lost as of the 3rd of December. That was yeah, it vaporized from my account because it's only valid for 3 months. So now I have to pay the full price on the Yuh account, but still the fees there are really low compared to my Swiss quote account. So it's 1.25 Swiss francs in fees. So a total amount of 220.97 Swiss francs for buying the 3 stocks of Nestlé. And I'm a proud owner now of Nestlé. And for a PE of 17.18, that's really great. And at a brutto dividend yield of 4.10%. You will see it on the next page as well. And Nestle is a great company to have. You have a few minor issues, of course. I will talk about those later. But 20% of their earnings come from pet food. So you have Purina, Friskies, Felix, Proplan, and Joe, and other brands that are yeah, well known in the pet food industry. And a lot of people underestimate this part of them, but they are still growing there. And then you have other brands like Nescafé, Nespresso, so more into the coffee branch. Then you have Nesquik, you have Gerber, the baby food, you have the Pure Life waters, you have Toll House for baking, you have Starvers, the prepaid meals, the pre-made meals, and those are all great brands, and I am now a co-owner of them. So I own 0.0000011% of Nestle with my 3 shares. So that's maybe really low, but for me it's already a lot, and I hope in the next years I can increase this. Maybe lose 1-0, we will see. But yeah, look at this. The past 5 years, everything was fine till the beginning of 2022 when it reached its highest point. So during the day of the 3rd of January, it reached a price of 129.80, but it ended the day at 124.45, I think. So there was negative news on that day concerning Nestle, and since that day, actually, it's going down, 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 and it lost 43.57%. For me, for these shares, my price for selling is 115 Swiss francs. So that's also below the highest price that it ever had, but that's my price target for selling Nestle. It's going to go up with the earnings per share minus the dividend that they pay out every year, but that's for me the value at which I think it's overvalued to keep it longer into my portfolio. So you have Nestle for 73.24. Momentarily it's trading at a higher price, but I made this presentation this morning. I'm recording it in the evening, and I didn't adapt it because yeah, I really don't have a lot of time. My kids need to go to the gym class later, so I really need to hurry. The earnings per share is 4.27 Swiss francs. The PE ratio is 17.15. Actually, it's 17.18. I made a typo there. The dividend is 3 Swiss francs per share, and the dividend yield is 4.10%. And the payout ratio, as you know, I like to have it lower, but 30% isn't bad at all. So here you can see the whole graph of Yahoo Finance. Since they started the graph, Nestle exists for longer, of course, but since Yahoo started with their numbers, or how far back they went with their numbers, it is up 709.71%. And then the criticisms. I need to tell the criticism as well. I can't be only positive about Nestle. So you have the controversy between them promoting their baby formula compared to just normal breastfeeding. So yeah, breastfeeding, I think it's really important. Then you have water extraction in times of drought, and then in France they have the problems with Perrier. Then you have the child labor issue with the cocoa industry where they're in. And then you have the environmental impact. So they use a lot of plastic to wrap everything in and pack everything. And you have the carbon footprint, of course. And then you have the health concerns. So they also produce sugary beverages and salty snacks as well. And they are dealing with all those points. And especially on point 1 and 4, they already made a lot of progress. So their plastic use went down considerably, and the end of 2025 they want to have reduced the plastic use with more than 30%. So I hope they get there. They should put out the numbers more frequently as well as they make progress there. Excuse me for that. And here I have a typo as well, sugar. And they also reduced a lot of the sugar content and salt content in a lot of their products. But a lot of people say that it's still not enough. And I think it's never going to be enough because, yeah, people like sugar. And if you eliminate all the sugar in the products that they put out, people are just going to buy the stuff of competitors. And Nestle doesn't want that, and shareholders don't want that. So it's just a thing that regarding the point 0.5, the criticism is going to keep buzzing there. They can do a lot, and they already done a lot of things. They are still improving. They are doing a lot of research concerning that. So they will make even more progress, but I think their criticism is always going to be there. So now the portfolio, this morning, the portfolio looked like this. So now, in fact, I'm already up with 1.10 Swiss francs. I'm up on Nestlé. So almost made up my fees. But yeah, you can see I'm in the green on Holcim, Logitech, and on ENG. But the image of ENG we didn't want to load this morning. And I'm in the red on Volkswagen, I'm in the red on BKW, I'm in the red on Nestlé. Not anymore, it's in the green right now. Swatch is also in the red. It's still in the red, but it's 161 Swiss francs right now. And then you have AB InBev, where, yeah, I bought too soon, but I'm not complaining. I'm happy with my 3 shares of AB InBev. And then you have the Swiss coins. So yeah, I received 5 Swiss coins for my purchase of Nestle. So now I have 290 coins. The value went up from 17,62298 Swiss francs to 17.80440 Swiss francs. So yeah, 1.7 cents still, but when you look at it percentage-wise, it's not bad at all. So what the you what the people from you are doing actually is putting always a little bit of money towards the Swiss coin, which increases the value of the coin, and this is like yeah, an incentive for people to trade more so that they get more value. For me, it's just, yeah, something that I get. It's really nice that I get something, but I'm not a fan of crypto. But yeah, I have 290 Swiss coins right now, and they are worth 5.16 Swiss francs. The previous time they were worth 5.02 Swiss francs. So as a roundup, yeah, here the graph didn't update to include the purchase of Nestle just yet when this morning, but yeah, excuse me for that. And I deposited 200 Swiss francs, so 1,300 Swiss francs deposited so far. Total on you is 1,263.38 Swiss francs. The cash is almost 50 Swiss francs, so I invested 1,250.04 with costs and exchange costs included. And the investments right now are 1,213.32. In fact, right now they are 25.52. The stocks were worth 1,208.13 this morning. The crypto was worth 5.16. So with this value for Swiss coins, but you could already see that on the previous slide. So in total, I have a loss of 41.91 Swiss francs on my Yuh portfolio, which means minus 3.35%. Right now it's 2.60% that I've lost, but it goes fast up and down all the time. Here I was in a positive, in fact, here when at the highest point. So there I had a profit of 2 Swiss francs. So incredible, 2 Swiss francs of profit after 3.5 months of investing on the Yuh platform. But it's for the long run, and I always do it for the dividends. So in total now, I have 51.01 Swiss francs with a dividend yield of 4.08%. And that's a brutal dividend. And for Nestlé, yeah, you get paid out 3 Swiss francs per share. So that makes a dividend of 9 Swiss francs that I can expect in April, around the 20th of April, that is going to be paid out. So it's brutal dividend. And with that being said, I thank you for watching to this one. Please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel if you like this kind of content. If you like this content, hit that like button as well. That helps out the channel enormously by spreading this content to people that like this kind of content as well. And with that being said, thank you for watching this one and see you on the next one on my YouTube channel. Bye!